Cameroon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being a part of the evening edition of Prime News on My Media Prime Television, coming to you live from Douala, Cameroon's economic capital, with me, Fon Quinter. The news starts now. Cameroon's Minister of Finance has presented a 2023 to 2025 economic and budgetary program to the National Assembly. Despite a protest staged by some opposition members of parliament, the budgetary session was finally validated. After debate, the session was chaired by Honorable Akeba, as you hear in this report compiled for us by Nicole Tako.
The budgetary orientation debate file presenting 2023-2025 major term of economic and budgetary program was admissible at the conference chaired by Honorable Akeba and board members at the National Assembly. The Legislative Executive Exchange Plan for a plenary as objections came from oppositions led by Honorable Akeba from PCRN and Joshua Osi from SDF. They declined that the government did not respect the June 30th deadline to deposit the medium term of economic and budgetary program. Mr. Chairperson, fellow colleagues, we must salute the institutional solidarity of the colleagues deputies of the DDPC, UNDP, who after the exit of deputies of SDF, PCRN and UMS from the chambers, they also boycotted the budget orientation debate. The government's content of parliament has to stop. There are things in nature that are not acceptable. According to law, all members of parliament were supposed to receive the document latest July 1st in order for everyone to study it. A vote was requested by the Honorable Akeba, followed by an adjournment to reflect with a second postponement. After a few hours of resumption, the opposition walked out in protest, giving way for the Minister of Finance to outline the priorities for the next 3 years. A projected economic growth rate of 4.6% in 2023 and 5.3% in average in 2024-2025 were highlighted, and emphasis were laid on major infrastructural projects. The identification of industrial plants, mobilization of innovative finance mechanisms, and the proceed for the presidential plan for the reconstruction of the Northwest and Southwest regions, plus the advancement of decentralization.
Nous avons eu 11 motions et 11 questions préalables.
Prime Minister, Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute, Speaker of the National Assembly, alongside other officials, have visited a construction site for the new permanent building of the National Assembly. The members of government were briefed on what has been done in the last 22 months and what is left. Mwanzi Njoyago with details.
The Speaker of the National Assembly and Cameroon's Head of Government, alongside the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Economy, Planning and Regional Development, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Chinese Ambassador to Cameroon and other officials on July 4th paid a visit to the new National Assembly building under construction.
The level of realization is extremely high, in some cases 60%. And we think that when this is completed, it will be a very beautiful piece of architecture.
The first stop of these visits was at the picture exhibition stand, where each picture showed different facilities that will be found in the building. The second phase of these visits took the delegation to the almost completed 400-seater plenary hall, where the officials received further information about the present state of the project.
We have to do this annex building so that every member of parliament should have an office which will permit him to do his work very well. You have already done the first part of the work, so it remains just equipment for the banquet room. You have already done the first part of the building, so it remains only equipment at that part. For the administration building, we are now on the 9th floor. It remains 6th floor, so that the building will be should be ready.
It is worth noting that the project is to be completed by May 2024.
The soaring prices of basic necessities and consumer goods on the Cameroonian market remains a cause for concern. Residents of Bamenda and other parts of the northwest region say the high cost of living is a problem not to undermine, especially during the holiday period. Our northwest correspondent Charles Akeba completes the story.
Inhabitants of Bamenda, unlike other parts of the northwest region, are complaining of skyrocketing prices of basic foodstuffs in the markets, with rare-produced products like groundnut oil, palm oil, rice, cocoyam, vegetable, and gari that used to be 3 cups for 100 now has gone up, with the common man / families feeling the heat.
For Saturday, I want to go price half liter oil. They say na 500 for red oil. That means 1 liter na 1,000. Then groundnut oil 1 liter na 2,000. Where no day na only God will help you. Where no day. Because the holiday they go begin and they have plenty and they chop plenty. Chop down dear, oil dear. Where no day na only God will help you. So I pray and I say, God, He make a way for me because I need to see way Cameroon will go now. Where no day.
I am. Because it is by the mercy of God, and I am pleading to the Cameroon government to do something. The population is the strength of the government, and I don't believe that if the population that is your strength is suffering, you should do something.
Around the markets, you will notice that everyone is busy selling or buying something, but sellers complain.
The market is very full as it used to be. Only buyers are in the market. Only those who sell are going up and down. You go and ask your friend how much you sell to buy and sell to. Even you buy, there's nobody to buy.
The high cost of living is even more a problem for families with extensive members, particularly this holiday period with kids at home.
No day. They begin to don't come on holiday, don't worse. Begin to tell it 10 times for 1 day, I need to flop. For buy that thing them so you worry and worry. It don't bad, Papa. We don't know how to do. It don't pass with power. It's here.
For everything, we harvest